Hey doing, Graham Lawler here, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, what I do is home brewing, taste testing and reviewing. Today I am doing an Autumn Blush Country Cider. It's a premium gold cider by Muntons. This is €31.95. So you are getting, this is a 30-point kit, isn't it? 17 litres. So you get your 2 cans, which I have steeping here now in hot water to loosen them up. I have my fermenter. I have my spunden valve because I'm going to pressure ferment it in a corny keg, and I have my packet of yeast that comes with it, and of course I have my non-rinse sanitizer which I spray everything to 2 minutes of contact for that to actually work. So I'm going to go ahead now, open the tins. We'll be on to mixing it up in this fermenter. This is solely for mixing purposes only. I'll be transferring then my sanitized funnel to get it into the corny keg, and then we'll show you how we operate the spunden valve and leave it then to ferment. Okay, so what I've done now is there's 1 kettle of water gone in there. The tins are nicely loosened up, as you'll see how liquidy they are. Flew out there, leaving them steeping in hot water most certainly helps. Now they are obviously a lot looser than if you were doing a stout or a beer. This cider kit, that's the loosest now I've seen one, actually, tell you the truth. So empty the 2 cans in. I have a kettle of water there. I have another kettle of water on, which is literally going to be used for washing out the cans. So make sure I get all of the extract out. You can see there, nice goldy colour. Smell wise, it doesn't smell too happily now. I don't know what this one's going to be like because I've never brewed it. So that's nice and loose. But all I'm going to do now is knock on my cold tap, and I'm going to continue mixing this up with my stirring paddle with the holes in it. Very useful, stainless steel. Once I get up close to about 15 litres, I'm going to stop and see what temperature I'm at. And that's going to tell me whether or not I need to add hot water or cold water. Okay, so how we get it into the keg? Quite simply, this is all cleaned and sanitized. Take this out, put this here. I get my wonderful assistant Kate, my daughter, who is going to hold that funnel for me. And I'm quite simply going to pour it in. So, just be careful here. I'm on a splasher. So, I'm going to pour this in like so. And it's all in. I don't force you to watch me pouring this in, and then we'll be back to the next stage of attaching or pitching the yeast and then attaching the spunden valve. Okay, so pitching the yeast is quite simple. These have been sanitized, and when this splashes off it, open the packet, shake it like that so you get everything onto the bottom, and quite simply empty it in like so. Make sure we get every bit of it. Attach the lid back on. Nice and tight. We're going to go inside now and apply a bit of pressure just to seal the lid, and I'll show you then how I'll set the spunden valve by me adding the pressure to the keg starting. Okay, so I have the keg here now. I have my CO2 connection and I have the gas set at 15 psi. So I'm just going to go ahead, give that, look, you can see it there. I'm actually just going to get extra little bit just to make sure the lid is sealed. Right, so there we are up to 15 psi. No more bubbles. Fully sealed. No touch more. There you go. Okay, so that now is fully sealed. What we want to do now, close my fridge for starters, don't want my beer getting warm. I'm going to get my spunden valve, and I am going to connect it to the outpost. Now, it's important to have that throttled right the way down. I'll put a link for this spunden valve, absolutely brilliant, off Amazon. I'll put a link in it in the video. You want to do a better pressure fermenting yourself, put that on here. You can see there now, that's telling me it's up at 18. Right, so I've moved to here. I was a bit squashed in there, I was hitting off the walls and everything. So you can see here now the spunden valve, as I said, was at 15 psi. So ever so slightly I'll wind it up. So when I say wind it up, I'm going anti-clockwise, and that's going to release a little bit of pressure. Haven't got to it yet. Will do though. Slowly. Here's a small hiss there now. This is doing two things for me. One, it's after sealing the lid. And two, there you go. You can see now, I don't know where you can see that, the dial is slowly going. See that? So there we go. Now it's down at about 10 psi. So I'm going to leave that now. Now I know that this little wheel is set at 10 psi, because that's what I want to let this pressure ferment at for the first few days, 10 psi. Maybe on the third day I might bump it up to probably about 12 and a half, 15 max. And hopefully by day 5 I'm going to do another video. I'm going to show you how I can take a sample from a keg that's under pressure fermentation to do a second hydrometer reading. I already have a sample out there that I'm going to do. I'll write down what that is, and then we will be able to see if it's finished fermentation, and if it has, we will then cold crash it and possibly be serving it on tap within 7 days from now. If you liked the video, like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.